Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in.
Okay, first, for the Generals. Number 2, Jamari Tabb. Number 4, Jashawn Hargrave. Number 5, Bernard Freeman. Number 10, Cam Toles. And number 3, Javon Lewis. With head coach Byron Pickens and assistant coaches Anthony Brewer, Josh Forbes, and Greg Patterson. And now for your Northside Legends. Standing in at 6'4", number 3, Bronte Johnson. Coming in at 6'1", number 4, Brayshawn Bassett. Coming in at a hefty 6'2", number 5, Shai Wynn. Now to be outdone at 6'4", number 11, Jordan Green. And last but certainly not least, coming in at 6'2", number 15, Ryan Collins. The officials for this evening's game are Justin Fogg, Craig Hershey, and Joe Rudolph.
And with that, we are ready for the second game of our Wayne versus Northside doubleheader here at By-Hay Arena. The Wayne girls defeated Northside moments ago. And now we've got the boys set to take the floor. And there's a bit of a contrast as far as the starting lineup is concerned, in the sense that there's a lot more seniors on the starting lineup for Wayne. In fact, 4 seniors on their starting lineup, plus the one freshman, Javon Lewis. For Northside, they've got a few underclassmen starting. In fact, they've got a freshman starting in Bronte Johnson, Brashawn Bassett, and Jordan Green also set to start. They are sophomores. Ryan Collins is a junior, and I mentioned Brashawn Bassett. Shai Wynn is a senior. He is at 6'2", plays the forward position, and it looks like we are just about ready to have the tip. Jordan Green set to tip it off for the Legends, and he wins the tip. Right over Jamari Tabb, and we're underway. This Northside team is coached by head coach Gary Andrews, the former Bishop Luers girls basketball coach, and Johnson right away knocks down the jumper. That didn't take long at all, and the Legends have a 2-0 lead early on. They come out with a little full court pressure, but Wayne is able to beat that press. And that pull-up three is good on the other end. That's Lewis who knocks down the 3 ball. listed on my roster as 25, but apparently wearing the number 3 instead. There's a kick over to Brashawn Bassett, and Bassett just inside the 3-point line. Couldn't get that one to fall. Drive to the basket, off the glass, no good. A good contest. I think that was Johnson who brought the contest. And meanwhile, back on the other end, Ryan Collins couldn't hit that 3 ball. Rebound pulled down by Cam Tolles. Tolles, one of those 4 seniors I mentioned on this Wayne starting lineup. They're coached by head coach Byron Pickens. Has plenty of experience coaching AAU basketball. He's coached the Indy Heat. In fact, Wayne coming off a loss to Blackhawk Christian, as that floater is good. Cam Tolles able to knock it down. That Blackhawk Christian game featured some players that Coach Pickens used to coach. Caleb First is one of them. He's having a great year, and of course, Coach Pickens also a former Northrop assistant coach. Good drive to the basket on the other end. Brashawn Bassett falling down as he scores, and Northside pulls within 1. Brashawn Bassett with his first points of the game as Wayne works it around the perimeter to Tolles. He feeds it back outside, looking for Freeman. Freeman gets a screen. Check that, that's Freeman off the catch, and his 3 would not go. Rebound eventually going to be grabbed by Tolles, and he'll reset for the Generals. Lewis no good this time on the 3. Hit a 3 earlier in the game, but couldn't get that one to fall. This is Tate Johnson, the 6'4" freshman guard. Feeds it over to Shai Wynn. Bassett, the step back 3, no. Jannard Freeman with the uncontested rebound, and back the other way come the Generals. High pass somehow kept in play, and Tab is going to put it home. How about that play? And Wayne able to get the bucket. The foul called on the other end as they foul Jordan Green in transition. Looks like he's going to the free throw line.
We got the first foul of the game on number 2, his first, team's first.
Foul is called on Jamari Tab. That's his first and the first team foul against the Generals, as Green is able to sink the first free throw. Mentioned Gary Andrews being a former assistant coach at former girls head coach at Lures. Won 3 straight state championships when he was there. He no doubt had great success as the head coach at Lures, but even after he left, Terry Rasinski was able to lead the Knights to a couple of state championships. Here's a step back 3 by Lewis, and it's good. He hits another one. His second 3 of the game. Javon Lewis, the freshman. Or was that Freeman? They said it was Freeman. I thought it looked like Lewis. They gave it to Freeman instead. The kick to the corner. That's Wynn. Little pull-up jumper there by Green. A little bit too strong off the glass, and that is indeed Freeman who comes down with the rebound. The kick out for Lewis from downtown. No good. That rebound pulled down by Shai Wynn, and here come the Legends. 3 from the corner. Collins drains it. Ryan Collins with the first 3 of the game for Northside, and he's on the board for the first time. They're down 1. Generals get it across the timeline. Donnie Moore has it rejected. That's Green who got a hand up and swatted it away. 4:07 to go here in this first quarter. A close ball game. Wayne with a 10-9 lead, and the Generals get it in to Freeman. They work it over to Lewis. Lewis, the freshman. And now here's Tolles from the corner. He is 3 rattles out. And I believe that was Johnson who got the rebound. The lob up ahead, it goes out of bounds. They were looking for Jerry Powers, a 6-foot flat junior guard and a little bit beyond his reach. Try to get it in play. They do. That's to Deshaun Hargrave. Well, full court pressure by the Legends, and Hargrave pushes across the timeline. Here's a drive to the basket by Lewis. His floater is good. Little smooth floater by the freshman, and Wayne is up by 3. Javon Lewis would be up to 5 points tonight. A little behind the back dribble by Johnson, and he's going to be called for a travel. Johnson, a solid freshman in his own right. As Wayne will take over. That ball's knocked away and off the hands of Johnson. It's going to stay with the Generals. They get it in play. That's Lewis off the inbound. He's double teamed, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Tab. He swings it back to Hargrave out in the corner. Well, shot fake there by Cam Tolles. Gets it back to Jamari Tab inside the paint, and Tab puts it in with the offhand. That's Jamari Tab's first bucket of the game. And back down the floor comes Bronte Johnson. Johnson is one of 3 legends averaging double figures. In fact, he's the leading scorer, averaging 17.3. And again, he is a freshman, leading these legends in scoring. Little step back jumper by Collins. That's a little too strong. And now Tolles comes back across the timeline. Tolles, who also has played wide receiver these last few years on the Wayne football team. Hargrave with a little pull-up. That wouldn't fall. And it's chased down by Collins. Collins gets double-teamed, but finds Bassett, Brashawn Bassett. And they feed it inside to a wide-open man. That's Green. And he puts it home. Jordan Green about as wide open as you can get, and he took full advantage of that. Isaac Folks has recently come into the game. Here's Tolles with the kick to Lewis. Johnson goes for the steal, and he's got it. He swings it up the floor to Bassett. Bassett, can he finish? No, it's blocked. I think that was Folks who got back there to block the shot. No, check that. It was Hargrave who got back to block the shot. Hargrave, number 4, and now there he is with a basketball. Gives it to Folks. Folks against 2 defenders, a little bit too strong. And there to grab the rebound is Powers. He flips it up the floor. Tough catch by Johnson, and he puts it home. Back-to-back buckets for the Legends, and they're within 1. Tay Johnson having a solid performance. He's got 4 points in the game so far. He created the steal on the basket moments ago that led to the bucket for Jordan Green. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Generals. That's Folks who will look to put it in play. And we've got 1 minute left in the first quarter. A catch and shoot, that's no good. And here is Johnson bringing it across the timeline. Johnson slows down, swings it out. That's Bassett off the fake, spins his way into the lane. Feeds Green down low, and Green cashes in, and the Legends have the lead. That's 6 points in the game for Jordan Green. We've got about 30 seconds, just over that, coming up to play in this first quarter. A long 3 there by Freeman. That's off the mark. And the Legends are going to have plenty of time to get a shot off. They've got 20 seconds on the clock, but Johnson attacks quickly. Did he just draw the foul? He did indeed. It's a foul on Donnie Moore. It comes with 17.6 seconds left to play. It's just the second team foul on Wayne, so no free throws coming up. With 17.6 left to play, you got plenty of time to get the shot off. And in no time at all, Jordan Green scores right off the inbound. Give him 8 points for the game. Heck of a first half Green has had. 17-14, the Legends with the lead. Down to 1. They got to get a shot off. And that was a foul on Northside on the shot. And that's going to be 3 free throws coming up for Cam Tolles. And with the clock at 0, Tolles is just going to shoot these free throws, and there's going to be nobody surrounding the painted area. Remember, it was on a three-point shot. He hits his first one, so Tolles is going to get 2 more. Second free throw is good, and we got a 1-point ball game. That, by the way, was the first foul against Northside in this game, and Tolles is 3 for 3 on that trip to the charity stripe, and Wayne has tied the game. That's the end of the first quarter. Back after this here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
We begin the second quarter tied at 17. Wayne was able to hit all 3 of their free throws. In fact, it was Cam Tolles who hit those free throws after being fouled with the clock winding down on a 3-point shot. But Northside has been playing quick, getting up and down the floor in a hurry. But Wayne has been able to stay with them. In fact, they've had the lead most of this game. Tough shot by Tab, and he gets it to go. He had Jordan Green right around him, but Tab able to finish nonetheless. And for Jamari Tab, he's got 4 points, and his other bucket that he made earlier today wasn't so easy either, but he was able to knock it down anyway. Here's Tate Johnson guarded by Hargrave. Johnson gets the high screen. Little step back 3 by Powers, and he buries it to give Northside the lead. Jerry Powers on the board for the first time tonight. Here's Hargrave on the drive. Pull-up jumper. No good. Chased down by Johnson, trying to keep it away from Folks. Folks right on him. Johnson drives through the lane, and he's going to the line. He had 3 Wayne Generals in the area. Folks was right behind him. And they're going to call Jamari Tab for that foul. Johnson able to sink the first of 2 free throws. He's got 5 points in the game. And Northside extends their lead. They're gonna let him shoot another free throw, it sounds like. That was the second free throw attempt. They're gonna give him one more shot. And he hits it. So Johnson now up to 6 points. And Northside with a 3-point lead. Little swing pass to the baseline. Drive to the basket by Tolles, and he puts it home. Or was that Donnie Moore? It was Donnie Moore, and he gets it to fall. And a big bucket for the Generals. He's got a chance at a 3-point play. 6:39 to go here in the second quarter. As Donnie Moore, the junior, who had some pretty good minutes off the bench last year for the Generals, has a chance to make this a 3-point play, and he does, and this game is tied. Full court pressure, and they get the steal. That's Hargrave who comes up with a takeaway, leaning in, blocking foul. Hargrave going to the line. Gary Andrews a little bit upset about that call, it looked like, but nonetheless, it's going against the Legends, and Hargrave can give the lead to the Generals. And Hargrave's free throw is good. And that gives the lead right back to the Generals. Jayshawn Hargrave, a 6'2 player. He plays both the guard and the forward position. And he's one of those 4 starting seniors that I mentioned in the open, as Hargrave goes 2 for 2 and gives Wayne a 2-point lead. Across the court to Green. Green trying to go baseline. Has it stripped away. I think that was Fultz who got the steal. And here's Moore the other way. He'll back it outside. Northside did a good job getting back on defense, but Moore blows right by him.
2 points to the Generals with 15. Moore.
Donnie Moore with a beautiful blow-by drive and a 4-point lead for the Generals. That's 5 points for Moore as Bassett able to break the press. He swings it inside to Green. Couldn't get it to go. And now here's a chance for the Generals to get out and run. Moore on the drive against 2 defenders, and he scores! Donnie Moore, another tough shot, and we get a whistle. Going to be a timeout, it looks like. Full timeout. Called by the Legends, I believe. Well, we'll take a timeout with them here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
A pull-up jumper, that's good by Brashawn Bassett. Coming right out of the timeout, and Bassett is up to 4 points for the game. Here's Freeman off the give, and he swings that one over to Tolles. Tolles able to keep his dribble. Tolles on the drive. Step back 3. Too strong. Before that bucket by Bassett, Wayne was on a 6-0 run. Actually, they're on a 9-0 run to take a 6-point lead. But the Legends get a huge basket coming out of the timeout. They've got a chance to make it back-to-back buckets. Here's Collins on the drive. Left it short. Putback is good. That's Green.
Number 11, Green, with assists from Wynn.
Green, Johnny on the spot, and here comes Moore down the lane. He's made a couple of nice plays in this one. Tolles with the feet outside. That's Fultz for 3. No good. Wynn came down with the board, and a foul is called. And they're going to call it on the Generals. Legends get it across the timeline. Wayne's been using a lot of this full court pressure. But Northside has been playing quick all throughout the game. Count the basket and a foul. That's Green who puts it home. And that'll make it a tie game. Northside will take the lead if Green makes this free throw. We've got 4:20 to go in this first half. Beg your pardon, 28-26 your score, as some subs will check into the game. Nope, they do change the scoreboard. It is 28-28. Green could not knock down the free throw. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Legends. We've got 4:19 to go. Both these teams playing at a very fast pace. And here's the freshman Javon Lewis ready to bring it across the timeline. Over to Lewis. He's picked up by Bassett. Double team comes. They get it over to Jamari Tabb out up top the key. Spinning around is Fultz, left it short. And that's Wynn who comes down with the rebound. Right back down the floor is Ronald Collins. All Green went for the dunk but couldn't put it home. Here comes Tolles back the other way. His left-hand shot is good, and Wayne recaptures the lead. That's 7 points for Tolles, and they get it to Bassett across the timeline. Bassett will slow things down. He gets a screen from Green, and Bassett's jumper is good. Smooth stroke from Brashawn Bassett. Hit 2 shots from the field this quarter. Little crossover dribble here by Javon Lewis. And there's Tolles, gets the screen from Tabb. And we're down to 3 minutes to go. Slicing in is Lewis, no good. Tabb, the rebound. His putback is good. Offensive rebounding has been huge for both teams in this game, and we get a foul called. Looks like it's against the Generals. They're going to call that one on Cam Tolles. And it's going to be Collins to put it in play for the Legends. He gets it into Green. Green thinking about the shot, instead feeds this one off to Collins. Collins gets a screen from Green. His pass nearly stolen away, but he does get it to Ryan Collins. Wynn down the baseline. That shot is good. Jordan Green with the bucket. Well, how about the night that Jordan Green has had? Give him 14 points as we've got just over 2 minutes to play. That's a long three, and it is no good. Ryan Collins crashes in for the board. Here comes Ronald Collins back the other way. Collins played multiple positions on the Northside football team under head coach Michael Brevard. Of course, Brevard recently took a coaching job at his alma mater, University of St. Francis. Collins misses the three. And we've got less than 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Back the other way comes Tolles. Kicks it back outside to Lewis. And Lewis drains the three. That's going to prompt a timeout by Byron Pickens.
Lewis, timeout call.
And I think that'll put him with 4 timeouts left. That's his first timeout used in this game. But a 35-32 lead. These teams have been going back and forth all night long. And Javon Lewis, he's a freshman guard playing on a team full of upperclassmen. But he is having a nice night. He's hit a couple of 3 balls, and he's up to 8 points. He is the leading scorer for this Wayne basketball team. This Northside team will take on Northrop a week from tonight. That'll be their next game on the docket. Well, the Northrop boys are taking on Snyder as we speak. We'll try to get an update for you on that game as soon as we get a chance to do so. They slip it inside to Green. Green's off to a great start for this game. A catch and shoot. It's good. Brashawn Bassett to tie the game. And Bassett is up to 9 points. He has the second highest point total for Northside in this game. Tolles on the drive to the basket. Left-hand shot is no good. Out of bounds. Right back to the Legends with 1:11 to play. Over to Collins. He gets it across the timeline. With over a minute left to play, Northside actually does not have to shoot quickly, but they will here. Bassett with the rebound. Gets it to go. He missed the shot, got the rebound, put it right back. How about the stick-to-itiveness by Bassett? He's got 11 points, 9 of them in this quarter. He's actually got 5 straight points. That's a big reason as to why the Legends have this 37-35 lead. But now here's Lewis looking to drive against Bassett. Tap, trying to go baseline. Spins around against Green. His shot wouldn't go. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be Wynn who comes up with it. Now Northside can hold for the final shot of the first half. In a game where the teams have gone up and down the court at a quick pace, and Northside has made a living playing in transition. But they're going to be patient here, maybe hold for the final shot. We're down to 10 seconds. They kick it to the corner. Back up top for Collins. He's going to fire. No, he feeds it inside. And Wynn puts it home right before the buzzer, and I believe he was fouled as well. So he's got a chance for a three-point play to close out the half. How about the effort there by Wynn? And he's just going to go to the free throw line for an uncontested free throw. It's kind of what was the case at the end of the first quarter for Tolles, and Wynn knocks down the free throw, and Northside goes up 40-35 at halftime. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get an award from some of our sponsors that allow us to come out and do these games that we get to do here on SummitCitySports.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. You're invited to join ProFed Credit Union, where we get to know you to better serve you. Sign up online in 5 minutes or stop by a branch. Join ProFed today and start owning your financial future at profedcu.org. At Ottenwiller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwillerContracting.com for more information. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Our players are equipped with elite-level skills and a foundation of life skills. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. A system and solution that fits your unique needs. Visit AndersonCoolHeat.com for more. El Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been a Fort Wayne favorite since 1973. El Azteca Mexican recipes are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Visit elaztecarestaurant.com. iCryo specializes in whole-body cryotherapy, body sculpting, cryofacials, infrared sauna, and compression therapy services. Check out Jalen Smith's signature location on Coliseum Boulevard over by Blaze Pizza. Well, we've got a good one at halftime. Northside leads Wayne by a score of 40-35. We will be right back after this break here on SummitCitySports.com.
This is an invitation to join a movement propelled by people who care and members who have a share in the place they bank.
Good morning, Sam.
So when you have the chance to get your first home loan, you know an expert will guide you every step of the way. Or when it's time to buy your new car, you'll be treated like more than just a credit score.
Good news, ProFed can get you that payment.
This is an invitation to a place where simply belonging can help enrich your whole community. ProFed Credit Union. You're invited.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
We are at halftime. Northside leading Wayne 40-35. We'll go ahead and read off the first half statistics for you. Leading scorer for the Generals is Cam Tolles. He's got 7 points. Jamari Tabb has 6. Actually, leading scorer for the Generals is Javon Lewis. He's got 8 points. Tolles right behind him with 7. Tabb does have 6. Donnie Moore with 5 points off the bench. Jannard Freeman with 3. And Jashawn Hargrave with 2. Jordan Green is the leading scorer for Northside. He's got 14. Brashawn Bassett has 11. He's the second leading scorer. Bronte Johnson has 6. Shai Wynn, Jerry Powers, and Ryan Collins all have 3 apiece. In fact, Wynn's bucket closed out the first half. He scored and then eventually got to the free throw line after being fouled, completed the three-point play, and that allowed the Legends to take a 5-point lead at the break, and that is where we stand. Quick look at some of our replays brought to you by Traction Athletic Performance. What a play this was. This pass almost went out of bounds. Somehow it was kept in play, and Jamari Tabb is able to put it in. I think that was Lewis who saved it. It was Lewis who saved it just a moment ago. And they'll take a look at one of the great plays that Northside has made. We talked about Jordan Green. Here a good display of ball movement between Bassett and Johnson. They find Green down low, and Green makes it a 3-point game. So with that, Wayne still had the lead, but Northside starting to chip in at that lead. And here's the play that closed out the first half. Ronald Collins looked like he was about to shoot the 3, then fed it inside to Shai Wynn, and Wynn was able to put it home. Got himself a trip to the free throw line, and he knocked down that free throw, and that was what made it a 5-point lead for Northside. Here to start out here to close out the first half. We'll be starting the second half in just a matter of moments, but a look at what these teams have coming up. Again, Northside, they will take on Northrop a week from tonight. That'll be a home game, and then a week from then they'll be on the road taking on Homestead. Have back-to-back road games against Homestead and then South Bend, Washington. Yep, they got to go all the way out to South Bend to play that one. They're not coming here. They got to go out to play South Bend in that one. And then 4 days from now, Wayne will be on the road taking on Norwell from the Northeast 8 Conference. It's a Norwell team that lost all of 2 games last year, won 24 of them. And they did graduate a lot of talent from last year's team, but nonetheless, going on the road for a non-conference game, certainly never easy. And then a week from tonight, Wayne will be back at it against the SAC with Bishop Dwenger coming to town. Then they'll be on the road to take on Northrop. Northrop, by the way, was the former home of Wayne head coach Byron Pickens. He was an assistant coach there under Rod Chamble, and has credited Rod Chamble as being instrumental in his development as a coach. And now Pickens gets the chance to take the floor against Coach Chamble every year, and this time that'll be back at Northrop High School. Last year the two teams met at Wayne High School. They'll meet at Northrop this year. We've got just under 2 minutes before the second half gets underway. We will be right back after this break on SummitCitySports.com.
Excited about the place that it put us, and the quarantine hit, and we knew we had guys that were going to work hard at home, but just the idea that we could get a lot of them together working hard at a location with people that know what they're doing was really beneficial. And I think that training did a great job for those guys to kind of get the ball rolling for them, and they came back in the end of June, early July, and it's like they hadn't missed a beat. They were flexible, they were fast, and ready to lift and run and start playing football, so it was a huge benefit for us.
To gain an edge on your competition, it starts with a free one-on-one performance assessment. Call 260-266-4007. Parkview Sports Medicine. Become more.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Someday, you'll get your knee replaced. Someday, a new hip. Someday can be sooner than you think. At Parkview Ortho Hospital, we want to help you get moving again. So we offer a full range of options for joint pain, including outpatient joint replacements and personalized solutions. It's time to reclaim your life at Parkview Ortho Hospital, because someday is today. Learn more at parkview.com/ortho. Parkview, we believe in better.
We are about to start the second half. We begin the second half here at By-Hay Arena with Northside leading Wayne 40-35. And the ball is taken away by the Generals. That's Tolles who gets the steal. Comes down the floor. His shot is good. And the Generals pull within 3. An immediate bucket to start out the half. Looking to answer there is Collins. His 3 doesn't go. He was fouled, though. And I think he'll be heading to the free throw line.
First foul of the quarter and the half goes to number 3.
They might have gotten Johnson for that one instead.
Teams first.
They're going to call that an intentional foul. Tolles is at the free throw line. And he's all alone. Yeah, he's going to shoot these free throws. First free throw is good. Tolles is now in double figures. He's got 10. Second free throw, no good. It is going to be Wayne basketball. They trail by 2. Looking to put it in play is Tolles, and he gets it in to Lewis. Lewis across the timeline, hands this one off. That's Freeman. Tolles looking to drive against Collins. He feeds it in. Tab has it blocked, gets it back. Might have been blocked again. Tippin won't go. Tab probably got 3 offensive rebounds on that possession alone. There's an offensive board by Hargrave. His putback doesn't go, and that's Bassett who comes down with the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to give it to Wayne. So Tolles will put it in play. Wayne has scored the first 3 points of this half, cut it down to a 3-point game. Freeman swings it over to Hargrave. Hargrave on the drive. Count it, and a foul. And this game is tied. A 5-0 run to start the second half. Jay Sean Hargrave gets to the bucket. And that's his first made shot from the field in this game. It's the second foul this half on the Legends. And now Hargrave could not hit the free throw, but an offensive rebound by Tab. Did he step out? He did. They get it in play to Collins, and Collins will bring it up the floor. I mentioned Collins is a multi-sport athlete. He played quarterback and wide receiver. on the Northside football team these last couple of years. Mostly receiver this year. Started out as a quarterback a year ago as we get a foul called on the shot by Green, and he's going to the free throw line. They call the foul on Tab. So Jordan Green has a chance to put Northside back on top. A free throw rims out. By the way, we have an update from Concordia. Lures leads Concordia 23-19. That's girls basketball. If I'm not mistaken, the Dwenger-Carroll boys game has been postponed. They had the girls game tonight, and when we last heard, Carroll was leading big time. That was a while ago. I believe that game has since ended. Second shot is good from Green. And Green is up to 15 points for this game, and the lead right back to the Legends. Hargrave the kick, and that goes off the hands of Folks and out of bounds. Feed it across the court. Wynn gets it back to Bassett. Looks like Wayne's in the zone defense. A little 2-3 zone here by the Generals. And Bassett will back this out. He's got Green in the middle of that zone. They get it inside to Green, and Green puts it home. And the Legends add to their lead. Jordan Green adds to his impressive night. He's got 17 points. The kick out to Folks. He finds Freeman. Freeman on the drive. Little shot fake there by Hargrave. Kicks it back outside to Tolles. And Tolles splashes home the three. Well, Wayne started this half on a 5-0 run. They've outscored Northside 8-3 since the second half began. Hargrave pushing. Couldn't get it to go. Here's Bassett up the floor, racing to the bucket, and he gets fouled. Bassett was frustrated that he didn't finish that with a made shot, but he's got 2 free throws coming up. Foul is called on Isaac Folks, and Brashawn Bassett will head to the free throw line. Johnson nails the first free throw, and the lead right back to the Legends. Or rather, Bassett nails the free throw. That gives him 12 for the game. And second free throw rims out. Bassett gets his own miss, though, but couldn't put it back. He gets his own miss again, and this time he scores. Brashawn Bassett sticking to it. And he's up to 14. Kind of an unorthodox type of three-point play there. Here comes Hargrave on the drive. Contested shot and a foul call. I think they're going to get Collins for that one, and they are.
Foul by number 2. His second, team's third.
They're at halftime over at Northrop. Snyder is leading Northrop in the boys' game 28-25. Snyder won the girls' game. Game that was close early on, but then the Panthers took the lead and started to run away with it. I tell you what, that team is doing a great job under head coach Akila Sims as Hargrave is able to knock down the free throw. Akila Sims, by the way, in her first season as the head coach at Snyder. Second free throw, no good. And there's Green for the rebound. Northrop's also under a second-year head coach, Kevin Clopton, the head girls basketball coach over there. That pass is tipped and taken away, and I think they're going to say Hargrave was either fouled or he stepped on the line. Nope, he was fouled. He was fouled by Green.
Second, team's fourth.
It's the fourth team foul on Northside. Wayne has committed 2 fouls, so it's fairly even as far as the fouls are concerned. Here's Lewis for 3. That's no good. Javon Lewis, who's hit a couple of threes already in this game. Here comes Bassett down the floor. And he feeds that one over to Collins. Collins swings it over And that's Ryan Collins. Could not hit the three. Bassett with the board. Leans in and scores. Another offensive rebound and another putback for Brashawn Bassett. He's had a few of those today. He had one of those earlier in this half. And his Legends lead it by 4. That's Folks from downtown. Nails a three. And Isaac Folks has his first points of the game, making it a 1-point ball game here at Northside High School. We are, of course, at By-Hay Arena on the campus of Northside High School. By-Hay was a legendary head basketball coach here in the good city of Fort Wayne. That's a three. It's good by Jerry Powers. So Wayne gets a three on one end, and Northside's able to answer on the other, as Powers has hit 2 threes off the bench tonight, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Hargrave threw out the elbow, and the official had a pretty good view of it, and he made the call. Right now we got a player tying his shoe. That's one reason for the delay. I think that's Folks. And they get this one into Collins. Collins comes across the timeline, hands it off to Bassett. Bassett has had a heck of a night. Dribble that off somebody's foot. It goes out of bounds. Northside's going to keep possession. They get it in play to Green. Here's Collins on the drive. His pass behind Green and taken away. That's Tolles. Feeds that one up the floor for Lewis. The left-hand shot blocked by Collins, and it goes out of bounds. We've got 3:04 to play in this third quarter. Northside with a 4-point lead, but the Generals with a chance to cut into that lead. And a sub checks into the game. That's Jordan King coming in as Green takes a breather. One Jordan gives way to the other. And swing it up top to Lewis, and Lewis with the left-hand shot, no good. Collins able to get the rebound. And looking to get out and run is Powers. Couldn't put it in, but he's fouled. Well, Powers playing with a lot of quickness tonight. He's a junior who comes off the bench, but takes advantages of the opportunities he gets, and he'll go to the free throw line. 2:53 to go here in this third quarter. Could not hit the free throw, though. Second free throw, though, is good, and that adds to the north side lead. Powers with 7 points in the game. Moore brings this one across the timeline. He'll slow it down. Give that one up to Tolles. Freeman swings it back over to Tolles. He looks inside. Had Freeman cutting around the baseline, and a foul is going to be called. Looked like it was before the shot. They get it in play. That's Folks along the baseline. His jumper is good. Isaac Folks keeping his team in it. They're down 3. And here's Bassett looking to go baseline. He backs it back out. Gets it over to Powers. And that pass is stolen away. To the basket. And it's good. I think that was Freeman. Now check that. It's Donnie Moore. And we've got a 1-point game. Donnie Moore off the bench with a big-time bucket for the Generals. They're within 1. Loose ball. Out of bounds, Wayne ball. Looks like Bronte Johnson is about to check back into the game. This will be his first time on the court this half. He's the leading scorer coming into this game for Northside. Had a solid game tonight in the minutes he's put in. 6 points played, a couple of assists. And the Legends now get him back out there. The pass was behind Moore, and coming right back to get it is Tay Johnson. Johnson comes right back in, and he was Johnny on the spot for that off pass. The ball goes out of bounds here. Wayne's going to get the ball back. Down 3 with 1:56 to go. Folks gets it in. Moore picked up by Capone Daniels, and Moore gets it across the timeline. Moore gets the screen, drives to the basket, and that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to the Legends. For the third quarter, meanwhile, now at Northrop, and Snyder's up 33-29 in that one. They're looking to add to their lead at the free throw line, and they do. And here's Collins looking to drive to the basket. Feeds it off at the last second. Basket is good. That's Bassett who puts it home. Brashawn Bassett up to 18 points, and that was a tough shot that he just made. Moore gets the screen. His pass goes out of bounds. Well, as soon as Bronte Johnson re-entered the game, that was when Wayne cut it down to a 1-point game. And the Legends have scored the last 4 points. And here goes Johnson to the basket. They're going to call him for traveling. That basket's not going to count. Gary Andrews clearly displeased with that call. This is Tolles across the timeline. We're inside the final minute of the third quarter. He finds Moore. Now Wayne could hold for the final shot, but they don't have to. They won't. That step-back jumper did not fall from Moore. And that is Johnson who grabs the rebound. Daniels no good on the 3. King tips it out. Johnson had it, lost it. That's Hargrave coming back down the floor. And Hargrave is fouled. The shot will not go, but Hargrave will go to the free throw line. 34 seconds to go, 34 flat. And some big free throws coming up for Hargrave. Northside was on a bit of a run. Scored the last 4 points, but now Hargrave can help make it a one-possession game. Could not hit the free throw, though. Second free throw, no good. Nearly an offensive rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Wayne. A couple different players who got their hands on that ball, but it's going to be Wayne basketball when all's said and done. Moore looks to put it in play from the baseline. Lobs it in to Tolles. Tolles with the screen. Going to feed it over to the corner. That's Folks. And Wayne looks like they may just run the clock down before they take the final shot of the half. That's Tolles guarded by Collins. And is that a 5-second violation. 5-second violation on Tolles. And it's going right back to the Legends with 9.4 to go. Legends have scored the last 4 points in this game, and that was after Bronte Johnson re-entered. Now Johnson scored 2 of those points. Brashawn Bassett, who's already in double figures, scored the other 2. And they get it into Johnson. Johnson gets the screen from Jordan Green. Drives to the basket against 3 defenders, and he's fouled. And Johnson will go to the free throw line with a chance to add to this lead for the Legends. Johnson true on the first free throw. He's a big 6'4" freshman. got the size to play wide receiver here at Northside on their football team. In fact, he might even be a wide receiver for Northside football. Second one is good. Johnson goes 2 for 2, and he's up to double figures. He's got 10 points. He's one of 3 Northside legends to reach double figures. We've got 3.4 to go. Northside's going to bring the pressure. This is Donnie Moore who gets it off the inbound. He heaves it from beyond half court, but it's off the mark.
That's the end of the third quarter. Legends up 51.
And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back after this here on SummitCitySports.com. (58-51), Northside leads Wayne as we begin the fourth quarter here at By-Hay Arena on the campus of Northside High School. Generals will start with the basketball here in the fourth. Lewis hands that one off to Hargrave. Defender falls down. Hargrave almost lost it. Was able to prevent the turnover, though. There's a little step back three by Lewis. That's too strong. Bassett the rebound. Flips it up to Johnson. And he almost threw it down, but he got fouled from behind. And good sportsmanship there by, I believe that's Donnie Moore. Number 15, it is Moore. He was the one who committed the foul, but he helps Johnson to the floor, Johnson to his feet. But now Johnson goes to the free throw line. He's already up to 10 points for this game. Couldn't hit the free throw. He did go 2 for 2 on his last trip to the charity stripe. Got a little encouragement there from his sophomore guard, Brashawn Bassett. Bassett's had a nice game himself, and Johnson is able to rattle home that free throw. That's 11 for Johnson. Hargrave kicks it out. A screen set by Tab, and they get it out to Lewis. Lewis on the drive, down the baseline, no good. Battle for the rebound. It comes out to the Legends. I believe that's Daniels who recovered. No, that's Green who recovered it. Foul before the shot, meanwhile, on the drive by Johnson. So he will not be going to the charity stripe. That's the 6th foul. Check that. He will be going to the charity stripe. 7th team foul on the Generals. It'll be 1-1. They call Isaac Folks for that foul. No good on the free throw. Tab is there for the rebound. Wayne with a chance to cut into this deficit, though they are down 8 here in the fourth quarter. Only had 1 point total scored in this quarter. It was scored by Northside. Hargrave got fouled on the drive to the basket, and they're going to call Bassett for that one. And now Hargrave will shoot 1-1. And Hargrave's free throw is good. He'll get one more. By the way, when we last checked, Lures was leading Concordia in girls basketball 38-33. That's two very well-coached programs, by the way. Lures had a lot of great success under head coach Mark Pixley, as Hargrave goes 2 for 2 there. And Concordia has won 2 state championships under longtime head coach Dave Miller. Johnson, the kick to Collins. Collins goes baseline, leaves it off for Green. wanted to go for the behind-the-back pass, but he had blue shirts all around him, and the Generals take over. They get it inside the Tab. Tab against two defenders. His shot wouldn't fall, and it's Johnson who comes out with a loose ball. Pull-up three by Ryan Collins, no good. And Hargrave will bring it across the timeline for the Generals. He slows down. Bassett gets around the screen. The ball's loose and taken over. And back down the floor, that's Johnson who puts it in. Bronte Johnson off the turnover. And he adds to the Legends' lead. He's up to 13 points for this game. 61-53 the score. And we've got just over 6 minutes to play. Loose ball in the paint. Picked up by Bassett. And he feeds it over to Johnson. Johnson slows it down. Allows his teammates to get back down the floor. Here's Collins from deep. No good. And Moore wasn't ready for the pass. Johnson takes it away. Lobs it to Bassett. Puts it home. The alley-oop layup from Johnson to Bassett. That's going to prompt a timeout. Bassett, meanwhile, up to 20 points for the game. It's a full timeout, and we'll be right back after this timeout here on Summit City Sports.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
63-53 with 5:41 to go here in this fourth quarter. It's the Legends with the lead. They've led most of the second half. And Lewis is going to put it in play for the Generals. He gets that one over to Hargrave. Hargrave will bring it across the timeline. He's going to be picked up by Bassett. Bassett fell backwards on the drive there by Hargrave, and that's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Bassett, number 4. The foul comes with 5:30 to go.
His third, team save.
Now Folks is going to shoot 2 free throws, trying to help get his team back into this game, and he hits the first one. Isaac Folks is up to 6 points. And it's still a 5-point game over at Concordia, only now Lures leads Concordia 47-42 as Folks hits both of his free throws. He's up to 7 for the game. And across the timeline comes Collins. Collins looked like he wanted to hand that one off to Johnson. Spins inside. Little no-look pass there. Now they're going to call traveling on Collins. I could have sworn that he made a no-look pass off a Wayne defender. Well, anyway, the Generals take over down by 8. Chance to cut into this deficit even more. In fact, they can make it a 2-possession game if they score here. Here's Hargrave spinning in, and he's fouled from behind. That's going to be Bassett with the foul.
Foul number 11.
Check that. That was Green, Jordan Green. That's his third. It's the 9th team foul on the Legends. And now a chance for the Generals to score in back-to-back possessions. And they do as Hargrave hits the first free throw. Second free throw, no good. And that is Johnson who comes down with the board. Johnson brings it across the timeline, gets the screen from Green. Back to Collins. Collins feeds it over. Little pull-up jumper by Bassett comes up short. Rebound comes out to Ryan Collins. And his jumper is good.
And there's Collins.
It's a 9-point lead for the Legends. We've got 4:21 and counting to play in this game. Hargraves around the screen, and he was fouled again. That's the 10th team foul against Northside, and that's going to mean double bonus for Jashawn Hargrave. And that first free throw is good. It's back-to-back trips to the free throw line for Hargrave. Got some more high school basketball for you tomorrow. We've got Concordia at Blackhawk Christian. That's at 6 p.m. That's boys basketball as Hargrave goes 2 for 2. We've also got Norwell at Leo scheduled to tip off at 7:30 and also scheduled to tip off at 7:30. DeKalb versus New Haven. That's part of our Saturday basketball slate for tomorrow. And I will have that DeKalb versus New Haven game. They kick it out to Collins. Johnson looking to drive to the basket, kicks it out. Little shot fake by Collins. And the ball's loose and taken away. That's Freeman coming down the floor, and he hands it off to Hargrave. Hargrave looking to go baseline, and he's fouled. Another chance for Hargrave at the free throw line. Remember, Wayne is in the double bonus. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of this game. And Hargrave has hit 3 of his last 4. And his last 4 free throw attempts, make it 5, have come pretty recently. This is his 3rd straight trip to the free throw line. He's got 11 points total. We've got 3:43 to go in this game. That last free throw just made this a 2-possession game, by the way. By the way, Snyder leads Northrop 43-40. Second free throw, no good, and Green able to snag the rebound. Johnson comes across the timeline. He's picked up by Hargrave, gets a screen, and then Johnson backs it out. I think the Wayne sideline wanted a moving screen there. Johnson misfires on the jump shot. Green gets fouled off the putback attempt. They call the foul on Tab. That's the 8th team foul against the Generals. That was on the shot. So Jordan Green goes to the line to shoot 2. And he is true on the first attempt. Free throw rattles out, and Tab comes down with the board. Here's Tolles with a kick out. Freeman gets it back to Tolles. The ball's knocked away. Tolles able to recover. It was Green who got a hand on it. Tab drives down the lane. Tough shot, no good. And Johnson will come down with that rebound. He comes across the timeline. Johnson looking to push. Little Euro step, and he scores. Bronte Johnson off the dribble drive. That gives him 15 points for the game. There's Tolles with a step back. That's an air ball. Collins kind of just poked it back in play to Bassett. And Bassett racing down the floor, and it's blocked. That was Hargrave who blocked the shot, but he also committed the foul in the process. That's the 9th team foul against Wayne, so the next one would put Northside at the free throw line for 2 on every foul the rest of this game. And this one was on the shot. Bassett couldn't get that one to fall. Folks comes into the game along with Donnie Moore. It's now a 46-40 lead for Snyder over Northrop there in the fourth quarter. 51-47, Lures leads Concordia in the girls' game. Not too far away from us, by the way. Concordia and Northside are fairly short distance from each other. That free throw no good. Bassett gets his own miss. Putback won't fall. Bassett gets his own miss again. He's crashed the board a number of times tonight, but he comes up empty here. Moore, the drive to the basket. He's cut off. That's a long three by Freeman, and it's good. And that's going to prompt a timeout. I think that one was called by Coach Pickens. As Jannard Freeman comes up with a huge triple to pull the Generals within 6. Well, 2.5 to go. Wayne is certainly not out of this one. Being down just 2 possessions. They can get a couple of stops, get a couple of buckets as a result of that. It could end up coming back to tie or perhaps even win this game, or at the very least force overtime. But keep in mind, Wayne is already in the double bonus, so if Northside commits a foul, that'll be putting the Generals at the free throw for 2. However, the next foul Wayne commits, they'll be putting Northside in the double bonus. So Northside will be shooting free throws on just about every foul that Wayne commits. Leaping to grab it is Johnson off the inbound. I mentioned he's 6'4". And not only could he play wide receiver, he does play wide receiver at Northside during football season. Johnson feeds that one over to Wynn. Back out to Johnson. He's picked up by Donnie Moore. Johnson just gets it to Green. We're inside 2 minutes to play. Now, right now, the clock is Northside's friend. Bassett couldn't finish. Green left it short. Ripped away. I think that was Bassett who came out with that one, and it was. And was he fouled? I think he was. They call it on Donnie Moore, and that's going to put Bassett at the line for double bonus. Well, I mentioned earlier the next foul would put Northside in the double bonus, and Bassett takes advantage on the first one. It's 19 points for Brashawn Bassett. He is one of the top scorers in this game and on the season for Northside. That gives him 20. 70-62 in Northside's favor. Hargrave leaning in, no good. And a foul on the putback. It was Tab who got fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line with 1:30 to go.
Foul on number 15.
That free throw no good. Second free throw is good. Tab goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe. He's up to 7 points for the game and right back down the floor. I think that was Bassett. It was Bassett as Hargrave fires a 3. That's no good. Bassett was there for the rebound. Bassett up to 22 points. Bassett had it poked away, stolen by Moore. Here comes Folks down the floor. He avoids the steal, but it's blocked by Johnson. Putback wouldn't go. Tapped around. Out to Green. He finds Bassett. Bassett lobs it off the glass, and Green couldn't catch it. And meanwhile, well, I was about to rave about what a play that would have been, but that's Bronte Johnson, who's being looked at by the trainers. He's the top scorer coming into this game for Northside, and one of the top scorers for this game. That is not a player that you want to lose for a significant amount of time. But we'll take an injury timeout here on Summit City Sports.
I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in cryo after my severe injury.
Well, the good news is Bronte Johnson was able to walk off the court largely under his own power. The bad news is he looks like he's still hobbling a little bit over there on the sideline. Feed over to Folks. He'll put up the three. That comes up short. Green able to grab the rebound, and Johnson's still walking around. He's probably thinking he wants to go back in, and he's going to go back in. And well, we've got a timeout on the floor. It was called by Wayne, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, good to see that Bronte Johnson is going to try to stick this thing out. Hopefully he's not seriously injured. As I said, he was hobbling around on the sideline moments ago, but he was able to walk off the court under his own power. That's the good news. We've got 47.4 seconds left to play, and these teams, they've been playing quick up the floor on a good number of occasions tonight. But Northside looking to hold on to get this conference win. Trying to go to 2-0. Trying to get their second win in conference play. They'd go to 2-1. The one win coming against Southside, the loss coming against Snyder. Snyder's got a very young team, by the way, but they're off to a pretty good start. Snyder put up 100 points against these Northside Legends earlier this season on Kilmer Court.
Foul on number 5.
A foul called on Freeman. And that's going to send Ronald Collins to the free throw line with 45 seconds. And Collins able to rattle home that free throw. .45 seconds to go in this one as Northside again looks to move to 2-1 in conference play. That free throw rims out. They're 3-5 coming into this game. They had won a combined 3 games the last 2 years, the Legends have, but got a chance to top that tonight. Nice move by Moore. It's blocked, but he was fouled.
Foul on number 2.
As for Wayne, they came into this game at 4-6, coming off a recent loss to Blackhawk Christian, and Blackhawk Christian is very experienced. It was only a couple of years ago that they won state. 3 of the guys who were key contributors in that run to state came back this year, those being Caleb First, Zane Burke, and Marcus Davidson. The free throw, meanwhile, is good by Donnie Moore. Blackhawk Christian scheduled to play Concordia tomorrow night. That's going to be a home game for the Braves. As Donnie Moore goes 2 for 2. Give him 9 for the game. Collins puts it in play to Johnson. It looked okay as he ran across the floor. He did get fouled, though. So Johnson probably wishing he had a chance to break that for a transition opportunity. Instead, he goes to the free throw line. 31.3 seconds left to go in this game. That free throw is good. And Johnson is now up to 16 points in the game. I mentioned Wayne's next game after this one going to be against Norwell. That's going to be on Tuesday. It'll be on the road. That second free throw is also good. Johnson goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. 17 points total for him. There's a pull-up 3 and a long one by Hargrave. Could not get it to go. Shy Wynn able to chase it down. He finds Johnson up to Green. Green going for the dunk, had it blocked midair. And the ball goes out of bounds. Hargrave blocked it. And now Johnson will put it in play with 16.1 to go. He gets it in. That's Collins holding on to the ball. He'd be content with being fouled here. We're under 10 seconds to play and a 10-point lead for the Legends. But Rashawn Bassett content to let some even more time dribble off the clock. And now this game has gone final.
And that's game. Legends win 75-65.
So in our Wayne versus Northside doubleheader, the girls of Wayne get the victory. The boys of Northside get the victory in their game. 75-65 the final here, and the Northside Legends will improve to 4-5 on the season. They'll get a week off before they're right back here to take on the Northrop Bruins. We'll go ahead and go over the leading scorers for this particular game in just a moment. Leading scorer for the Wayne Generals was Cam Tolles. He finished the game with 13 points. Jay-Sean Hargrave not far behind him with 11. Donnie Moore with 9. Javon Lewis with 8. He's a freshman. Jamari Tabb with 7. Jay-Sean Hargrave, I mentioned Jay-Sean Hargrave had 11. He was the leading scorer, second leading scorer for the Wayne Generals. Leading scorer for Northside was Brashawn Bassett with 22. Jordan Green with 20. And Bronte Johnson with 17 points in the game. Now, there's a lot of players to choose from who could get the Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game award. We're going to split it between 3 guys, Bronte Johnson, Brashawn Bassett, and Jordan Green. Not often we do that, but those 3 guys had great performances in their own right. Bassett with 22, Green with 20, and Johnson with 17. How do you choose between those two? Between those 3, rather. They'll split the Parkview Sports Medicine Player of the Game award. One more word from our sponsors before we go. From one of our sponsors that allows us to come out and do these games here on SummitCitySports.com. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana. Our specialized sports medicine team offers direct access to physical therapy and sports physicians in the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. No referral is needed, saving you both time and money. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more. Again, Northside beats Wayne 75-65, and that's going to do it from here at Summit City Sports. For Jeff Mahoney, this is Thad Goff saying so long from By-Hay Arena on the campus of Northside High School. This has been high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Empowered Sports Club, Fort Wayne's premier multi-sport facility and home to Empowered Volleyball Academy. With the deepest and most experienced coaching staff in the region, we've had a 100% college recruiting success rate for the last 6 years. Be sure to register for upcoming tryouts at our regular location and our new satellite program, Empowered OVC. If you're looking for a place where you can not only play volleyball, but call home, look no further than Empowered.
Is he writing articles for both games?